what is it like going from being a boy to a man? I don't think we actually really honed in. When I was a kid, bro, like my understanding of what a man was money, muscle, and you won't scared of nobody. You know what I mean? And so when I would see that, and I would see these dudes thriving, people that, you know, dudes on the corner and whatnot, they got all the girls.
Yeah.
You feel me? They ain't never duck no fade. You feel me? Like, I'm thinking that's the blueprint.
My father definitely laid the blueprint out for me. Now, there's certain things as me growing up, I should have installed myself. So I can't put the blame game on him, but he put me in position.
For sure.
It was different because in 20s, I felt like I had time.
Yeah.
But when you turn 30, it's just something about that age, man, when you just start being like, whoa.
The main difference about a boy to a man is that boys run from pain, men run through it. And that pain is a choice.
Yeah.
Because you could avoid it at all costs.
You can let it all go.
That's what I'm trying to
You don't have to
tell
live
you.
on it. You don't have to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
The moment that you grow up from being a boy to a man is the moment that you realize that ain't nobody coming to save you.
Yeah, keep getting better with time, ready to shine in a new state of mind. Destined by design, yeah. With no delay, we can get it started. Get you ready like it was your morning coffee. Come and get inspired and let's get to talking. This is what you wanted. Let's go. Hey, take it to a level that you never seen. Hey, but don't be surprised. This your destiny.
Hey, my brother, my guy, they say we live, brother.
Hey, man, we back.
Yes, sir. And welcome back to another episode of Destined by Design podcast. I'm your boy Wes. I'm with my brother C. Coming to y'all, man, again, just to, you know, give y'all some motivation, drop some knowledge on you, and just to tell y'all what's up, man. See what's going on with you, brother.
Hey, man, we've been gone, but then we dropped the episode last month. Sure. Heard more requests. I'm just glad that people still want to hear from us. It's a blessing. Life be lifing.
For sure.
But like I always tell you, we can reach one. It's a success.
Absolutely.
So, you know, we back at it, getting into uncomfortable conversations, but that's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah,
man.
that's what we do.
Man.
So,
you know, today we're going to talk about a topic, man. I remember maybe last week, man, you was asking what the topic going to be. And I was struggling because I was like, to be honest, I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like there's a lot of things we could talk about, but I feel like we've covered a lot already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
But, you know, just speaking specifically to what is it like going from being a boy to a man, I don't think we actually really honed in directly on it in the maturation process and what it takes to grow up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Because for me, I'm going to keep it a one with you. I'm going to keep it real with you. Like, when I was a kid, what I thought a man was is completely different from what I know a man to be.
No doubt.
Now, right?
Doubt. Yeah.
Because when you a kid, bro, like, especially if you like me, I didn't grow up with a male figure inside the home. I didn't. I grew up without a father. So my roadmap was through television. It was through rap videos. It was, and to keep it real, a lot of my examples was from dudes that were in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And when you from the projects, let's just keep it real. It ain't too many positive.
Male role models.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Nah,
bro.
I feel that.
So for me, when I was a kid, bro, like my understanding of what a man was money, muscle, and you won't scared of nobody. You know what I mean? And so when I would see that, and I would see these dudes thriving, people that, you know, dudes on the corner and whatnot, they got all the girls. You feel me? They ain't never duck no fade. You feel me? Like, I'm thinking that's the blueprint.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to follow that. But, you know, by God's graces, I ain't had to go that route, and he had different plans for me.
Do what you had to do.
And so I had to get it another way. And sometimes it does take divine intervention.
Yeah, time.
You know what I'm saying? Because I could have went that route. Because to keep it real, that's the route my brother went. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
Like his understanding of what it was to be a man, and he's having to try to undo some of the things that he's done.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, it's crazy to witness it, because you kind of know where he went wrong. Right?
Yeah.
But it's not my job to tell him that he gonna have to figure it out, because that's what being a man really ultimately boils down to.
Yeah.
You can call it a lot of things, but being a man is figuring that shit out.
Yeah, and you can't even get upset with your brother because that's all he know.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like you said, your route was just different. For me, it was different. Pops was in the crib.
Yeah.
So family was big. You know what I'm saying? Having a man in the household was big.
Yeah.
So I got to see a provider. I got to see somebody who was at the games. He got me into sports, introduced me to something like, hey, this might be it for you. You know, just guided us. It was a leader.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Structure. You know, a lot of things had to go through him.
Yeah.
So I had that. You know what I'm saying? I always say I had a great example, but I didn't follow my example growing, like as I became a man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and that, you know, like I don't have no problems with speaking on my growth, but my father was a great, you know, he showed me the proper steps.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But my path just wasn't his path. I had to learn. Now, as I'm getting older, I'm following him because I'm much wiser, and I'm actually understanding what it means to be a man now. Sure. I had to get rid of my boyish ways.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I was just, you know, one foot out. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then one thing about my father and my mother, I never understood why they called each other so much. Like even as just seeing them now, still to this day, she could just went down the street and she's automatically calling him while he at the crib. But that's the relationship.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the comfort and security and protection he's installed in their relationship. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said my childhood, and it's good to see him from two sides. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, that's what I got to see going, you know what I'm saying, where a man should be.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's important too, man, because just because you have a roadmap that's living inside your home, it don't mean that you're always going to make the right decisions.
At all, bro.
You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that the path that he told you to avoid don't mean that you ain't eventually going to find yourself on that path. And
I'll say this, you know, my father definitely laid a blueprint out for me.
Oh, I believe it.
You know, like I said, he introduced me to sports. Now there's certain things as me growing up, I should have installed myself. So I can't put the blame game on him, but he put me in position.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when the boyish ways come in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really embrace it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I had to lose it to understand, like, okay, now I see why he kind of stepped back from a lot of things and just invested into his family. Mm-hmm. I see why he didn't go out with those friends. I see why he just stayed in the house a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because this is certain things that I can't move like I used to when I'm trying to be a man and trying to lead my family.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I've always respected, because he's always put me in position. Yeah. He's always showed me how to be a hard worker. He's always showed me how to just lead. He's always showed me it's okay by being by yourself and leaving the crowd alone. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But as something I had to learn is, even though you got all that, sometimes you're going to turn to the left, you're going to turn right. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's something that, like I said, the boyish ways, it takes a while. It's a process, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody think when you turn 18, you're already grown.
Man, let me tell you something, bro.
You're not always going to be grown. You feel what I'm saying?
No way, bro.
So I definitely understand. I understand it now more. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I get it now. Yeah. Back then, I used to be like, man, he's just been an ass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I understand it, and I needed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that good book say you train up a child in the way that they should go. It don't mean they always going to go that way.
No doubt.
And when they're older like you are now, they won't depart from it.
No doubt.
Right?
Yeah.
And so now you're learning to take what you saw and now apply it to your life, because now it's appropriate.
Yeah,
Maybe when you 18, it wasn't appropriate to live a certain way, or you didn't value living a certain way or having a certain kind of peace.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny, bro? Like, we deal with young men. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's crazy because we ask ourselves, when you going to ever grow up? Yeah. And a lot of people that's asking the questions, they need to ask that question, they need to ask themselves, are you grown up? Man. You see what I'm saying? So it take a lot to be a man.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have to identify a lot when you a man. You have to embrace, and you have to deal with things that you normally wouldn't want to deal with.
You're gonna have to talk,
you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be times where you're going to have to even say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As a man, you know, a lot of times our pride, and you know, men.
And that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So when a lot of people say I'm a man, it's a lot to come with that. You feel what I'm saying?
Two of the hardest things that I've learned in my 36 years of being on the earth, bro, as a man, two of the hardest things that I've ever had to say is I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I need help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just certain things, bro, that you ain't a man until you had to humble yourself, bro. Like,
and that's the honest truth, bro. And I think for me, you know, the sorry thing is a big thing.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's being when I really was embracing it and understood I had to grow up, is that I was just living like I was doing a lot of childish things.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I had to identify.
Hell yeah.
Like, bro, you keep being sticky. Like you can't keep blaming all these women, and you the main one keep going to all of them. So you know what I'm saying? So you have, like I said, like you have to address things. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's a proper way of growing. Of course. But it takes let's just say a man. To, you know what I'm saying? To really identify, because a lot of times we are grown, but we live in like, you know what I'm saying, we still not childish, our boyish ways. Like we still a teenager, like we still 21. Sure. We got time. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I always say this. I said this before in this podcast. When I turned 30, a lot of it just clicked.
Sometimes it take that.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't all about age, but sometimes
there
comes a point.
It was different because in 20s, I felt like I had time.
Yeah.
But when you turn 30, it's just something about that age, man, when you just start being like, whoa. Yeah. If you're accepting to the point that maybe I got to change a little bit because I just had a great run in my 20s, but I still didn't do the things. I'm still struggling with things. Yeah. And it's something about that 30 that just makes you want to just, you know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah. So I definitely get it. And this, like I said, this topic it can go for days. You can talk about this in so many different parts. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it really comes down to the person, the man. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. We deal with things every day, bro. Like we was talking earlier, and like, you know, being uncomfortable is, for me, it's okay, because I'm an open book. Sure. I don't mind, like, even though I know it might hurt your feelings, I got no choice because I can't keep it in. Because if I keep it in, like I told you, I'm a ticking. I'm ticking. Mm-hmm. And as a man, you don't ever want to be ticking. And what I mean by ticking, you don't want to be on the edge. For sure. You know what I'm saying? You need to let that stuff out. You feel what I'm saying?
Because if you're not careful, bro, if you keep allowing yourself to keep ticking, eventually you're gonna go off. And it ain't gonna be at their best time. Yeah.
And usually when you go off, you're going off on a person that don't even deserve it. Smoke, you see what I'm saying?
You ain't lying.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I don't want to be at. You know what I'm saying? But that's me identifying. I gotta get rid of the ticking. I gotta deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that speaks to what you were just saying, man. There are certain childhood things that you need to put away. So being impulsive, you know what I mean? Like,
no doubt.
Avoiding hard conversations. These are childlike things that you need to put away. Now, I was telling you before we even turned on the mic, there are certain things about being a child that you must hold on to.
No doubt.
Childhood dreams.
No doubt.
Things that actually inspire you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like things that to the normal person seems outrageous. It's not possible. But the inner child in you is like, nah, because we've been thinking about this since we were infants.
Yeah,
you know
no doubt. Yeah.
Since we were toddler, like we had a desire to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And so you always need to hold on to those childhood dreams because you don't ever want to lose your inner child, because that's where your fearlessness comes from. That's where your desire to be greater than you could ever think. That's where the superhero mentality comes in.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Like I could be great. And to be honest, you're right. I did bring it up, so I'm gonna share it now. Struggle is gonna shape you to be a man. And if you think about any of the superheroes, and I'm just nerding out at this point, just because I am.
That's okay. Show a different side of yourself. Show a different
whatever.
Yeah, show a different side.
Any superhero, think about it, bro. Any superhero that has ever hit the screen, they're not a superhero by chance, right? It's by choice a lot of the times, right? So, and it's by things that happen to them. So trauma tends to force people into a moment in their life where they have to make a decision, and it's a decision to either hide from it or you're going to go through it. The main difference about a boy to a man is that boys run from pain, men run through it, right? And so you think about Batman, right? Bruce Wayne, billionaire, obviously the one thing that happened in his life that made him decide that he's going to be a savior and to fight crime was that his parents had to be murdered, right? Like that's a dark moment. That right there is a pivotal moment in your life where something tragic like that happens, and you have to make a decision. Am I going to let that moment destroy me, or am I going to let it push me and to be something greater? You think about Clark Kent. He's the last person on planet Krypton to survive, and he was sent to Earth as an outsider, bro. And he used his powers, like he could have went anywhere, bro, but he used his powers to help save humanity. Right? And the list can go on and on and on.
No doubt.
But the point is that trauma will force you to make us change, bro. And to be honest, and our lives ain't no different, bro.
Okay.
We all go through stuff, bro.
Yeah.
We all got trauma. We all had setbacks. But what you gonna do with that? Like, are you gonna let it like set you back, or are you gonna let it shape you into being exactly who you're supposed to be?
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna hit on a couple of things you said. Let's get to the struggle. The best thing you can do with struggle is embracing it.
That's real.
Because if you complain on it, you stress about it, it knocks you out the game.
And that's real.
You know what I'm saying? And because you're really not being able to put a plan together.
Yeah.
Because you're too worried about what's going on.
For sure.
So when it comes to struggle, it's going to happen every day. Something's going to try to throw you off. Yeah. It's just how you deal with it. But you got to make sure you're mature enough to handle what comes your way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The trauma part. One thing I will say, and one thing I want people to understand, there's things that's going to happen in your childhood that if you don't address will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Now, you said something real clear when you was talking about trauma that you got to be able to move on from it and all that. But this is the thing I want to ask, I know we can go back and forth off of this. People have to first understand that they had that trauma.
Oh, yeah. You got to be able to identify it.
See what I'm saying?
You can't identify the problem.
Yeah. Now, it's a lot of things. I got a lot of homeboys, a lot of, female friends. And I tell people all the time, I've seen some people that had some messed up childhoods. Yeah. But they doing great things. For sure. Because they used that as their motivation.
Absolutely.
Some cats never even had a father figure. They was there, but they wasn't there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Some cats, was raised by their aunts, but they made it work. That was their motivation. They understood they why. You know what I'm saying? But as men especially, I'm going to leave my sisters alone because sometimes they get a little bit quicker than us. But one thing I've understood, I sit back, one thing I've learned, I like to play chess. Yeah. We smoke cigars, all that. But one thing I started doing lately, and it's scary because I've watched my father do this from a youngin'. Like I told you, he used to go out and just sit. And a lot of times I'd be like, what is he doing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm doing it where I'll just get to myself. Cigar, something, I'll just sit there and I'll just think.
Process.
But I'll sit back and observe everything going on around me.
Of course.
And sometimes I see certain stuff, see people, and I'll be like, man, why are they not getting it? But like you said, you have to identify your trauma. Yeah. And sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow that maybe I'm the problem.
Oh, I'm 100% sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
But it's hard. That's something hard for a lot of men to accept, though, because a lot of men deal with things differently. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes a father figure not being home can get tricky. It can get sticky. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you take those frustrations out in relationships.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then one day you're going to be a father. Do you want to repeat that cycle?
Yeah, that's the danger.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we have to be mindful, especially when we're bringing families in now. We're bringing kids in, all that. We don't want to be when we once hated before. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be that. Right. So we got to make sure that we are really dealing with that. But trauma, that thing's sticky, bro.
It is very sticky.
Yeah, it's sticky.
But to be honest, if you want to be anything great, bro, you gotta suffer to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want strength, you gotta suffer. If you want discipline, you gotta suffer. Yeah. You gotta go through certain things, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the healing process, that all come down to the person. It does. You know what I'm saying? Think about how many people you know from New Haven, bro, that their childhood, they're still blaming in their 30s.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you ain't never lied, bro. That's why that's what irks me about New Haven, bro, because I can go there right now and it's the same.
And one thing I'm accepting, Wes, and I know it's going to catch a lot of people that listen to this. We just different, bro.
I'm sorry.
And I'm starting to understand it. We just have understood that way of just holding on to things, living like that, moving like that. We wanted more. We want our own. We want to be better for our significant others. We want to be better for our family. Yeah. That's just our way. Yeah. That's our why. That's our motivation. So some men just don't have that lane. Yeah. It takes time, but it's okay to understand that we're just different. So certain things we're just not going to be stuck in.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? We have to embrace that, but we also have to understand that we have to be able to use that too. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you got to preach to everybody. You got to do this, man. Get your life, because I'm the last person going to tell you to do that. Now, if I have a moment with you, I'm going to drop gem on you. Yeah. Like, yo, that's why I always checking on all y'all. Like, all my homeboys, hey, I'm just doing my weekly check-in. Yeah, hey, how you been? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So that's my way of just saying I'm here. Yeah. But I ain't going to be down yet. I ain't going to be all on you. Mm-hmm. But I'm here. Yeah. But I know, that's why I'm saying, like, we have to embrace that some people are just different. Some men are just different.
They are, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Some men ain't never gonna get it.
Yeah. Like, and it's no disrespect to nobody. I was just saying it's like, I understand when my presence walks in a room, it's just different. And yes, I am 6'6". I am a large guy. But it's just something different. When I open my mouth, you be like, oh, this is not who I was expecting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I embrace that because that's what I've used to grow from my struggles. Because you already count me out because how I look. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But let's have a conversation. Let me show you where I'm going. Yeah, exactly. You see what I'm saying? I got you. We just have to embrace that, man.
That's really what it is, man. It is embracing the journey, to be honest, and it is embracing the fact that we are just different.
Yeah, yeah.
We just building, man. And you could probably speak to this more than me. When you building something, let's just say with muscle. Mm-hmm. You don't build muscle by lifting. Nah. You build muscle by tearing. Yeah. And then having it build back up and to be something bigger, something greater.
It's steps.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So the pain of it, though, is the price of becoming. And, and I was saying before, like, you don't become dangerous just by chance. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to go through pain, and that pain is a choice. Yeah. Because you could avoid it at all costs.
You can let it all go.
That's what I'm trying to
You don't have to live on it. You don't have to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
You really don't, man. Yeah. So, yeah, it's just about understanding that, man. I did want to hit back on when you was talking about putting away childish things, man. Yeah. To be honest, because I think that is what we really need to hone in and focus on, man. So what are things that need to be put away, right? One thing that we need to put away as men is avoiding responsibility. You gotta take responsibility for your actions, bro. You can't just be pointing the finger, bro, because at the end of the day, that's gonna get old, right? And nobody gonna respect you if you out there pointing the finger and you not holding yourself accountable. Yeah. Also, seeking instant gratification. My dog. When I tell you, this is something I had to grow from, right? Because for me, when you grow up with nothing, you want everything. Yeah. Right? And so you start doing certain things to feel like you have arrived. Yeah,
that you hit. You know you're that guy. You know
so I had to learn, like, bruh, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You want certain things. But patience. That's another word, right? Yeah. Like, learning patience, bro. Don't be too anxious for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, all good things come with time, and it takes becoming a man to understand that, like, things just ain't gonna happen just because I want it to happen. No doubt. One is gonna happen because I've made it happen. You know what I'm saying? So, also just looking for constant approval, bro.
I remember you talked about this before,
bro. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Man. Like, and I don't know where I got it from, and it might just be human nature. We all want approval. Of people around us. If we're doing something, we want recognition. Yeah. Right? But for somebody that's dealt with obscurity his whole life, bro, like, if I'm doing a whole bunch of good things and nobody's recognizing it, bro, it used to piss me off. Got you. Right? But now I just do it for the love. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I do it because I actually love what I do. Like, if I'm mentoring a young man, I ain't got to broadcast it. Okay. I'm just reaching
Everybody don't need to know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's plenty of boys that was on my case list years ago, bro. They grown men now. I still reach out to them. I pull up on them every once in a while, but I'm not broadcasting that for real. I ain't even putting that on no post or nothing like that.
You don't need a reward. Yeah.
It's for the love. And so that's where it really comes down. And also, bro, the last one, dog, is playing the victim. Let me tell you something, bro. The one, if you don't learn nothing else from this, and this is all talking to all the men specifically, right? The moment that you grow up from being a boy to a man is the moment that you realize that ain't nobody coming to save you. Yeah. There's certain level of protection that exists under boyhood. You got certain rules. You live in your parents' house, they say, hey, see, you can't go hang out with this dude. You can't do X, Y, and Z. There's all kind of rules. There's levels of protection, bro. Yeah. As a man, all those levels of protections cease to exist. You now are your own protection, bro.
No doubt.
There are certain people that, as a man, you got to know I can't surround myself with. I can't associate with that. Yeah. There are certain places that you shouldn't be at. But if you continue to have that childlike mindset where you thinking that somebody going to come save you, bro, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. Yeah. And it's not, and most men don't get it until something crazy happen where they like, oh shit. So, for example, if you mess around and do something, you get locked up and you in that cell, and you realize mom can't get you out. That's an old shit moment. You know what I mean? Where it forces you to grow up because you don't realize I took it all for granted.
Yeah.
Like I took that childhood for granted because this is what being a man is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It just comes a time, bro, where you just have to start to realize it's time for me to make some changes in this life, man.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And start living up to what I know I'm supposed to be doing.
I got you.
Know what I'm saying? Bro, I had to share this, yo. So it was funny, man. I was thinking about just like stories, man.
Yeah.
Talking about protection and, you know, just having father figures. So like I said, I never had a real father figure in my life. The one that came really late in my childhood was my Uncle Greg, man. And, you know, I thank God for him, man, because at the end of the day, bro, like he actually made it into the book I'm writing because he did play a really pivotal part in my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Brief. But what he did give me, bro, was a lot of game in a very short period of time that I still hold. You know what I mean? The one thing I said about Greg, bro, is he was always the biggest kid. He never lost his childlike spirit, bro.
Gotcha.
He was always playing too goddamn much. And I remember one time he got to playing too much, bro. And as a young man, I had enough of that. So I went to the kitchen and grabbed a knife. And I went charging at that boy, man, for real. And my auntie had to grab me, man. And it was at that moment where I knew I had some issues, but it wasn't until it came up again where I'm actually on the basketball court and Greg is, you know, he basically coaching us through the joint. And I get fouled hard. I get up. I'm ready to fight, bro. Straight up. And I remember he pulled me to the side, bro, and he was like, you got to get this under control.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like, if you don't get this under control, it's going to destroy you.
Got
like,
you.
You're going to get yourself in some trouble,
yeah.
man, to be honest. And I think of that, man, there are certain instances in my adulthood where I could flash back to, bro, where I could have took it to another level.
Yeah.
Like, I could have really went there, bro.
Yeah, took it all the way
there.
there.
That had profited me, bro.
Yeah.
I'd have lost jobs. I'd have lost friendships, you know what I'm saying? Relationships even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just those lessons, man, that you learn in boyhood that should translate, that will allow you to not even just, like, get into manhood, but to thrive in your manhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, bro, there's all kind of hell that awaits you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you don't make the decision to grow up. And like I said, some men never will, bro. We call them Peter Pans. They just refuse to get older, bro. Straight up.
Nah, that's real, bro.
You know what I mean? They just stay there, man. Here's another thing. So one thing that forces men to grow from their boyhood is sometimes you come through milestones. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you achieve in life, bro, that's going to force you. So to humble yourself. For example, there are certain things, bro, that you gotta basically come down to. You know what I mean? So for example, when you find that one lady that you want to be with for the rest of your life, bro, you got to get down on your knee, right? You got to humble yourself, right? And then tell this woman, I'm going to protect you. I'm going to love you rest of my life.
Yeah.
I ain't going to let nothing happen to you or whatnot. And then you just down there waiting for her to say, hopefully, yes. Right? Like, that's a pivotal moment for a man.
Yeah.
Right? Another pivotal moment is when you raising kids, right?
Yeah.
If I had a son or if I had a daughter and I really wanted to get something across to them, I'm coming down to them. I'm getting, again, on my knee, looking them dead in the eye. Like, this is what you got to do, X, Y, and Z. It ain't no discussion about it. And to be honest, I know a lot of people because, I mean, I work with kids. I know a lot of people don't like to come down there. You know what I mean? And it's different when you got teenagers because you could basically look at them in the eye, but mentally you got to come down to their level to understand. But when you're talking about children, right, like you really got to humble yourself as a parent because you got to be like, I got to put it in a way that they're going to understand this, but I got to be stern. So let me come down here so that they could at least look at me in the eye. You know,
on my level,
yeah, man. So it's certain things like that, and I know it to be the case, bro. Because one of my best friends just had a daughter, Drew. Shout out Drew and Tierra.
Oh,
man.
respect,
respect.
Had a
beautiful daughter, Lyric, man. I know for a fact that changed my brother.
Oh, most definitely.
And it's something about having a girl. And all my homies, though, I swear all of them got girls.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so it's, well, except for I, but yeah, they all say the same thing, bro. It's just something different. It's something different about having a daughter where it forces you to really tighten up as a man, because you are going to be direct example of what your daughter should aspire to be with. You know what I mean?
What she wants,
a lot of pressure on men.
Yeah.
Because now you have to live up to a certain standard that, to be honest, if you had a son, yeah, you got to kind of train him. But for the most part,
yeah,
it get to a point where a father going to be like, listen, it get to a point to where there's only so much I'm be saying to you. You just going to have to figure it out. Right?
Yeah.
And that's being a dad to a son. But you got a daughter is a little bit different.
Yeah, you just got to embrace it, but you got to understand that you want her to be treated the right way.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So you have no choice but to move, because you don't want anybody disrespecting your baby.
Man, you ain't never lied.
So you got to do those father and daughter dates.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Take her to school sometimes. Drop in. Just lead by example, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure. And then one thing I wanted to talk about is just overcoming old mindsets. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things where certain toxic behaviors and habits, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we gotta just put away, man. You know what I mean? Because to keep it real, bro, I ain't gonna tell all my business out here, man. But there are certain habits that I had in the past, bro, that I just knew I couldn't bring into my next relationship, bro. You know what I mean? Like, or bring it to my next job, even.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain behaviors, certain things that I had to say, nah, I could be better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could be better, because if I'm not better, I'm going to get the same result.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's just growth.
Yeah. There was no way I could bring OCC into this new
relationship
I'm in. And me and her talk about it all the time. There's no way. And I'm cool with that, though. Yeah. I understand it. Like, that person just wasn't it. Yeah, so it was like, but I like, once again, we said this word a lot. I identified that just ain't gonna get it.
It ain't, bro.
Like, it just ain't gonna work. Ain't no real woman gonna be like, all right, like, so it's cool though. I love it. I love change.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's one thing I feel like as men is we got to be comfortable with that, right? Like, there's no growth in comfort. To be honest. Like, you got to be uncomfortable. Men aren't made in comfort. We're made in heat and pressure. Yeah. Right, to force us to become something better, and if shorty putting that kind of pressure on you to be a better man, dog, like, you gotta embrace.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but you want somebody that's gonna push you to be something.
No doubt.
Better, you know what I mean? And so that's really what it comes down to, man. And so bro, just and while we on that topic, man, just the role of being vulnerability. Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, man, like the one thing that I'm gonna keep it one with you. I still struggle with this. If I need help, bro, like, you gotta know, I got to be down bad, like double bad. To be honest, for me to even humble myself to ask for help.
Trust me, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is, but it could just be, I don't know what it is, man, but I just have a hard time. And it don't even got to be financially, bro. Nah. It could be mentally struggling.
Yeah.
And you don't want nobody to know.
Just the fact that if I even say it to you, that means I must either love you or trust you.
And that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
There are certain ways, man, that men need to show vulnerability, and it's just not in relationships, man. It's just in life in general, bro. Just willing to be open and honest about things that you're struggling with.
No doubt. You know what I mean? And this ain't to beat down men, of course, because, that ain't it. This is just more the challenge.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm challenging men now. I want to challenge to be better.
Absolutely.
Because certain things that we just, like I said, especially as a black man, got to keep your eyes open. You got to keep, leading by example.
Absolutely.
Because our kids are seeing so many wrong examples.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just any other man. It don't got to be black. Any man, as a man, we just got to be better. For sure. We got to move better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We gotta walk it more than talk it.
And it's a daily grind,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Yeah.
It's a daily grind. It's not, I'm gonna do those things for one day. Nah, you gotta wake up with a purpose and know that there are certain things, man, that you need to do. And it's not just for you, man. It's for your legacy. It's for things that are coming behind you.
But understand, it all starts with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to check you first.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You can't check your partner. You can't check, your baby mama, you know, you gotta check you first.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It all starts and ends
with you.
I said this, man. I said, to be honest with you, bro, there's only two ways. It's your way and Yahweh.
Yeah.
We don't care about nobody else's way, bro.
No doubt.
We don't care about that. It ain't my parents' way. It ain't my friends' way. It's my way and it's Yahweh. It's me and God.
Yeah,
you know
no doubt.
And as long as we on the same page,
oh, you good.
We straight.
Can't nothing stop you.
We straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. I just encourage anybody, and I know for the ladies, man, and I apologize if this episode is more geared towards the men. But we got something for y'all too.
It's coming.
We got something for y'all.
Yeah, it is coming.
Might need to get some help in here with that.
We might get a round table discussion.
No doubt. But you know what I'm saying? We just wanted to reach out, man, and just talk about some experiences, man. What it's like from going from that boyhood to manhood and hell, to keep it real. You know, for the ladies tuning in, you might need to get your mans to listen to this, because you might see some things in him he need to fix.
Hey, what it is. Nothing wrong with everybody.
Come on, man. It's for everybody.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. So yeah, bro. Like, we definitely appreciate everybody.
Yes,
man.
No doubt.
Just for tuning in and to just keep supporting the podcast, keep supporting the platform. Like I said, me and C, man, we out here to just inspire, man, people to just be better. One person at a time, one episode at a time.
Most definitely.
That's the goal. It ain't really too much deep. It ain't that deep, bro. It's just that simple for us to keep it real.
Facts.
But we definitely support y'all. Well, we appreciate y'all support. And if y'all want to support the podcast, man, just give the video a like. You feel me? Subscribe to the channel if you ain't already subscribed to it. You know what I mean? Visit the website, bro. That's still up. You know, merch is still available. If you don't have no merch, I need you to get some. But yeah, man, y'all can follow us, man, on Instagram, man. We on Spotify, all that good stuff, man. And just share it, man. We dropping a lot of gems on y'all, man. So make sure that y'all spreading the word, man.
No doubt.
You got anything else for
Nah, man. It was this was good. It's a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
But listen, man. Until the next time, man. Y'all boys and women stay easy, man. We love y'all, man. Peace.
Hey, take it to a level that you never seen. Hey, but don't be surprised. This your destiny. Hey, be a better you.